Hey everyone, it's Jordan. Today I'm going to be talking about books that I wish I've read in 2022. So I like doing these videos every year talking about new releases that I wish that I've read that year, and oddly enough, I thought I had like more than 10 new releases that I wish that I've read this year. Usually I have like maybe 15 and I need to narrow down to 10, but I have exactly 10 2022 releases that I wish I've read. I know I've had more 2022 releases that I was anticipating, but I didn't get a copy of those books. But for the ones that I currently own, I wish I read them in this year. I have like exactly 10 2022 books that I wish I read this year. If you guys are new here, I got married in July, and my reading has been lacking this year because of that, and I didn't buy as much new releases like I wanted to, but I had to put my focus on my wedding back in July. But now it's over, and now I have 10 2022 releases that I want to talk about that I wish I've read this year. So let's get to the books. So the first 2022 book that I wish that I've read this year is My Imaginary Mary by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Joey Meadows. This is a telling about Mary Shelley, the author of Frankenstein. I was so excited about it, and of course, I didn't get a chance to read it this year. And I would have read this in October, but I didn't own this book at the time, so this would have been a perfect Halloween read. But maybe next October I'll read it. Who knows? Depends on my mood. But this is like a sequel to they're all companion novels, so you don't have to read them in order. Same with my Lady Jane series, I think they're called My Lady Mary series. I'm not sure. You don't have to read them in order, but I've been reading them in publication order, and I wish I read this year. This would have been a perfect Halloween read, but I didn't own it in October, so yeah, I wish I'd read this I wish I read this year. And the next book that I wish I've read this year is Gallant by V.E. Schwab. This is one of my most anticipated releases of this year, and I didn't pick it up. Basically, this was supposed to be like a Secret Garden kind of story with, I forgot another story that they compare it with, but I didn't pick it up. I love her books. I love her, The Invisible Life of Eddie LaRue book. I really love the Cassidy Blake series, and I did like Darker Shade of Magic, and I only read the first book of that series, but this was my most anticipated releases just because I loved The Invisible Life of Eddie LaRue, but I didn't pick this up. Hopefully I'll pick this up because I'm pretty sure she'll have another book coming out soon, and I probably will miss out on it, but I did want to read this year, and I just didn't, just because I wasn't in a mood for it or something. I don't know, but yeah, I wish I read this as well. And the next book that I wish I read in 2022 is Mistress by Nadine Brentes. This is the author of Fox and Romanoff. Romanoff is my favorite of hers, and I didn't know that she was coming out with a new book until mid-2022, so like in June or July, and I was like, I'm up for it. So this is basically about a girl who turns tears into wishes, if I remember correctly, and it sounded really interesting to me, and plus I would read anything by her because I really enjoyed her other books. So yeah, I wish I'd read this earlier, and I possibly don't even know what season I could possibly read this, because some parts of it shows like on the cover, parts of it shows the fall and the other side shows winter, so I'm like, I don't know which one would have been fit for me, but I really wish I'd read this year just because it's from an author that I really enjoyed. And the next book that I wish I read in 2022 is Meet Me in the Middle by Alex Light, who is the author of The Upside of Fallen, which I read this year, and I really enjoyed it. And I did not read this year just because I only read one book by her, and I just don't know why I was in a mood for her book, but it sounded really cute. It's about a girl whose best friend got into a car accident, and the only person that could help her cope with her friend's car accident is her best friend's brother. So I'm like, this sounds really cute. It sounds like these kind of books where the main character falls for like their their fried sibling. It just sounds really cute to me, and I really wanted to read this, but I didn't find out that they wrote a new book until like after I read The Upside Falling. So yeah, hopefully, like any other books on this list, I hope I pick these up soon, but who knows when I'll do that. But this is one of the YA contemporary books that I do hope to read soon. Sorry that if the angle changed. There was a spider and I had to have Kevin get it. Yes, I have fear of spiders. But anyways, the next 2022 book that I wished I read this year is The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber. This is the sequel to Once Upon a Broken Heart, and it basically takes place in the same world as Caraval, but you don't have to read them in order. Stephanie Garber confirmed that on her Instagram. You could either read the Caraval series first or Once Upon a Broken Heart series. I think that's what's going to be called, but yeah, I was excited about it because I did enjoy Once Upon a Broken Heart, but of course things backtracked for me. But yeah, I wish I read this year, but I have so many sequels on my TBR. I've been putting those on top priority, and this was like on my low priority list for me for some reason, but I do want to try to read as soon as possible. Like other sequels that are on my TBR, I have like maybe over 30 sequels I'm behind on, but yeah, hopefully I'll pick this up soon. Maybe who knows when. The next book that I wish I've read this year is Not the Witch You Wed by April Asher. This is basically like a adult romance featured witches, and I think it follows a witch who is like in a fake relationship with a man. As far as I know, I just saw the cover and I thought it was pretty, and I've been trying to get to read more adult romances lately, and since it's featured witches and I do like reading about witches, I thought I would give it a try. But of course I haven't picked this up yet, but hopefully I'll pick it up because I know the companion novel is coming out next year, so I want to read that before reading this, because I've been liking reading different adult romances that are companion series in publication order. So yeah, hopefully I probably will pick this up soon. I don't know when. I know I've said this so many times in this video, but with a lot of these I do want to pick it up, but hopefully soonish. And the next book that I wished I've read this year is Full Lady Fortune by Chloe Kong. This is the same author as the Violent Delights duology, which I've read this Our Violent Ends this year, and oh my gosh, I just love it so much. This is basically takes place in the Shanghai 1930s, and I think we follow one of the characters from these Violent Delights. I think don't quote me on that, but this cover is just so shiny. I honestly love Chloe Kong's writing with these Violent Delights, and I wish and plus I know I'm saying that I wish I read this year, and I did wish for that. Maybe I should save it next year just so like I can read this before the novella that's coming out next year that follows after this. And I know there's a second book that's coming out too, so maybe I'll binge this series. I don't know, but this is going to be part of her new duology as far as I know. But I'm excited. I'm still excited to pick this up soon. I just don't know when, but I do hope to pick this up soon. And the next book that I wish I've read this year is Violet Made of Thorns by Gina Chang. This is basically a book that is like The Cruel Prince meets Serpent and Dove, and that's what caught my eye about it, because it was like, if you like Serpent and Dove, you'll like this one. But as far as I know, it's about a girl who's a prophet, and then there's a prince, and I think they fall in love. I'm not sure, but I just got into this blind because, I mean, this cover is so gorgeous, and anything that reminds me of books that I've read in the past, I'm like, yeah, I do want to read it. So yeah, I didn't pick this up just because I like literally bought this like maybe after Kevin, my husband, and I got back from our honeymoon. So, and I was asking people what were their favorite books so far this year, and someone commented that this is one of their favorites so far, so that's why I picked this up. So yeah, hopefully I end up enjoying it, since it some people say it's like Serpent and Dove, and I love Serpent and Dove series, so yeah, hopefully I end up enjoying it. Of course, I'm always a sucker for a pretty cover for a book. And the next book that I wished I've read this year is Before I Do by Sophie Cousins. This is the same author as This Time Next Year, and what was her other book? I know she wrote another romance book somewhere around here. Oh gosh, what else did she write? I know I have one of her books somewhere. It was the one with the suitcase thing. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I am, like, I don't know where her books are at. Oh my gosh, where did I put them? Oh, there it is. Just Haven't Met You. Yeah, that was another book that she wrote, but this is basically about a woman who was ready to get married, but also she wasn't ready. She wasn't sure if the guy that she's about to marry is the right guy, so she decided to try to connect with the guy that she met a few years ago and see if he was the right guy and anything. And since it was about like a wedding, I was like, yeah, I love her books so far, so that's why I picked this up. But I want to be in the right mood to pick this up, just because yes, I just got married. Of course I would pick up books about weddings, but with this one, I just want to be in the right mood to pick this up. That's why I didn't pick it up this year, and plus it was published like in late 2022, so yeah, I still would like to pick this up soon. I don't know when, whenever I'm in the mood for it. And the last book that I wished I'd read in 2022 is The Dream Runners by Shavia Thakura. This is the same author as Star Daughter, which I really enjoyed, and this is basically about a world who, I almost forgot what it was about. The Dream Runners are people who feed on memories and emotions based from people's dreams. That's, as far as I know it's based on Hindu mythology, and I was excited to pick this up because I didn't hear about it until someone who mentioned it in their most anticipated release video. I was like, wait, she's coming out with another book? I did not know about it. So yeah, I didn't pick this up until after, I didn't buy this until after I got back from my honeymoon, but of course I didn't pick this up when I wanted to, but I will soon, like these other books, but when I'm in the right mood for them. But yeah, I wished I had read this year, but I just didn't pick it up when I wanted to. So that's all the books that I wished I'd read this year. Enjoy this video, give me a thumbs up, and comment down below what books that you wish that you've read in 2022. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button and click the bell icon so you'll be notified when I post new videos. Also, you can follow me on social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads, which all links will be down below for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!